Good afternoon, listeners, and welcome from the CR MOT Centre Community Stadium at the Lamb for this afternoon's clash between Tamworth and Royston Town in the Pitching In Southern League Premier Central Division. This broadcast is brought to you by Lamb's Media. I'm Kev Clark, and alongside me, Stu Bywater. Okay, so the Tamworth side then in goal is Jazz Singh, 2 Ben Hart, 3 Henry Wilder, 4 Aaron Ford, 5 Orin Pendley, 6 Chris Cox, 7 Jack Concannon, 8 Jordan Clement, 9 Niall Bell, 10 Bilal Yafai, 11 Dexter Walters. On the bench for the Lambs, Dan Creaney, Kai Lissamore, Jack Thomas, Nick Kinina and Charlie Shaw. The Royston Town side then in goal is Demetrios Kyriatsis, 2 is Ramar Garrett Douglas, 14 James Brighton, 20 Dan Newton, 3 Carl Mensah, 5 Adam Murray, he's the skipper, 7 Finley Titchmarsh, 11 Isaac Galliford, 9 Brandon Adams, 10 Matt Bateman and 12 Tom Newman. On the bench for the Crows, Dan Braithwaite, Marcus Goldborn, Joe Welsh, substitute goalkeeper, Louis Tigwell and Ronnie Hendry. And just to mention as well, in the absence of Brian Bezic today, the skipper is Jazz Singh. Gesture, it just would have been nice if we were informed of that event.
Yeah, absolutely.
It remains 0-0, 3 minutes on the clock. If anyone is joining us late, I would like to say a happy new year to one and all of our listeners, as it is the first time that we've been on air this year. So happy 2022. Let's hope it's a massive upturn in fortunes for our beloved Tamworth Football Club. Here's Bell brought to the ground after a tussle with Adam Murray at the Meadow Street end.
Yeah, we've got Dexter Walters and Jordan Clement both standing on this one right-footed, one left-footed. It has come from the right foot of Dexter Walters, heading towards the near post. Had to be palmed away by the Royston keeper.
Free kick to Royston, about 5 yards into the Tamworth half, just left of centre, probably midway between the far touchline and the centre circle. And James Brighton to take, lofts that one into the Lambs area, headed away by Bell. Falls to Aaron Ford now, looking up for the early ball forward towards Walters, but didn't quite get hold of that one. Suddenly Brighton's got some defending to do against Walters, who's done really well to wrestle back possession. His attempted pass through to a teammate is deflected out for a Tamworth throw, but warm applause there, Stu, for the work rate, simply the work rate of Dexter Walters.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting to see how his time away on loan at Mikolova has fared for Dexter. It's sort of promising to see, to be fair, Kev, because from what we've seen recently.
Away goes Bilal Yafai, just started to cut over you there. Jack Concannon now, right side of the area, gets a shot off. It's wayward and into the Meadow Street Community Stadium at the Lamb.
And the first time this year.
And first time this year. Let's hope they can bring us some goals. Tamworth on the attack again. Ben Hart now down the channel for Concannon to get the ball over. I'm not 100% sure what the goalkeeper was doing there, but he has actually gone out for a goal kick. Whether there was a slight misjudgment and good fortune there, or whether he just plainly left that because he knew it was going to hit, is that Tamworth did not allow that to happen. Too many times we've seen crosses coming into the Tamworth area. It's unusual not to see, I think it's Scott Bridges play for Royston. Every time I've seen him play, he has done. Curled in towards far post, headed up in the air by Pendley, and then headed over the bar onto the roof of the net. It's copped into Yafai, who's coming to his own half to receive the ball, turns away from Galliford, does really well to feed Bell, and that's my point with Bell. You saw that with your own eyes there, Stu.
Yeah, I did.
We had a great opportunity to break there, he just needed to protect the ball. And instead Royston are on the attack now, into the Tamworth area. Bodies go flying in to block the run, and perhaps fortunate that there's no penalty given there, but it was Finley Titchmarsh who weaved his way through a couple of tackles there.
2 or 3 leagues higher, sorry, not just one.
Yeah, it's often the case. Yeah, it's Dexter Walters now. He's beaten 2 players already. Feeds it in field to Bell. Good pass by Bell this time out to Concannon, who's right side of the area. Lays it back across to Bell. Turns, shoots, deflected. It's not cleared yet by Royston. All this happening just on the 18-yard line. Tamworth keeping it alive now with Wilder. Just chops back, finds Ford. outside of the boot pass into your thigh, gets it back to Ford. Tamworth looking busy around the Royston area, but is often the case in those situations. There's so many bodies in that channel down the middle of the pitch.
I wish I did.
No, there is that. It's Wilder now as we close in on half time, as Tamworth looking the more progressive of the two sides. Wilder picks up the second phase, prods it wide to Concannon, who's gone the long way around the outside of Murray there to try and get the ball in. Finds Clement. It was Garrett Douglas actually. Ball over. Great header! 1-0 to Tamworth, and it's below your five!
And that was a glancing header to the far post.
We're continuing to play. Well, there we go. Half-time whistle duly arrives. Half-time score here at the CRMOT Centre Community Stadium at the Lamb. I'm delighted to say Tamworth 1, Royston Town 0.
At the bottom of the Glasgow Road, for those of you who are listening and knows the under the arches really well.
Yeah, it's often the case there, isn't it? Tamworth on the attack now. Bell tries to smuggle one through to your thigh, but just cut out. But Tamworth recycle now. Walters with a ball in, but there's not enough bodies in the area. Falls now to Bell! Oh, he's blasted it in! It's 2-0!
Fantastic there from Tamworth. It was a nice ball played into the box there from Dexter Walters.
It is Adam Murray, but it's on the receiving end of something this time. Royston again with the corner, this time slung towards the far post. That's a great header by Chris Cox, I think it was. He leapt so well there. It's such an important header as well. Now Tamworth on the attack with Niall Bell. Plays in Jack Concannon now. What about the cross? It's low, it's behind everyone. Falls to below your thigh, and there's a block on it, agonisingly as it drifts wide for a corner.
From Dexter Walters over there on the far side. 2 arms aloft from Walters. It's gone towards the near post, it's not beat the first man, but it's come out as far as Aaron Ford, who finds Clement. Shot towards goal, and he worked himself some space there, Kev. Shot for a crowd of bodies.
So Royston gets back underway then, through Braithwaite, but Tamworth break it up. Tamworth going forward. Creaney caught late, play on, says the referee. Concannon now into the area, chance! Good save by Kyriatsis as it was blasted low. Now Tamworth press through midfield, there's a full-time whistle, and immediately the arms are in the air on the far side, on the bench, and in the shed, and on the pitch, and just that relief, that utter relief, Stu, all around the stadium. You can feel it.
You certainly can, can't you? It's a massive change in energy here at the full-time whistle here this afternoon.